Now let us talk about theorem 10.6. So theorem 10.6 says the equal chords are equidistant from center. Means here we are given with the chords are equal. AB is equal to CD. Then definitely I can say they are at equal distance. These two chords are at equal distance from the center. Means OM equals to OM. When I talk about the distance, distance is a perpendicular distance. So therefore OM perpendicular line, ON perpendicular line from the center to the chords. So 10.6 says equal chords are equidistant from the center. If chords are equal, then the perpendicular lines will be equal from the center to the chord. Okay, therefore OM is perpendicular to AB, therefore ON is perpendicular to CD. Definitely if the chords are equal. Now if I talk about theorem 10.7. Theorem 10.7 is the converse of theorem 10.6. Just opposite. Converse of the theorem 10.6, it means here in 10.6 I was given AB equal to CD, but here in 10.7 it will not be given. It is given that the lines are perpendicular, the distances are equal. Now what we are given in 10.7, the distances are equal. Means OM is perpendicular to AB, ON is perpendicular to CD. Okay, here OM equals to ON in theorem 10.6. But in theorem 10.7, I am given with OM equals to ON. It is given OM equals to ON. The distances are equal. The perpendicular distances are equal. Now, therefore, I can say the chords are equal. So, I think you understood that what is the difference between 10.6 and 10.7. 10.6 says AB equal to CD, then OM equals to ON. Done. Theorem 10.7 says if OM equals to ON, then AB will be equals to CD. Then the chords will be equal. Now 10.8 theorem. Here in theorem 10.8, very important theorem once again, which says the central angle is double the angle at any point on the circle made by the same arc, angle subtended by the same arc. Like here PQ is the arc, PQ subtends angle POQ at the center. Okay, at the center angle POQ is there. At any point on the circle angle PAQ is there. So what is the relation among these two angles? So relation is angle POQ. This angle POQ, the central angle is double. Double means 2 times the angle at any point on the circle. What is the condition? Both the angles should be subtended by the same arc. I have done another figure also. This is the central angle. This is at any point on the circle. The relation will be what? The central angle is double the angle at any point on the circle. The third one. Here I have drawn a semicircle. This is the diameter which is known as the largest chord of a circle. So this is making how much angle here? 180 degree. Okay. This angle is 180 degree. Angle on a straight line on semicircle. If it is 180, can you tell me what is the measure of this angle? This is PAQ. What is PAQ here? Because I know when I say POQ is double of PAQ, so I can say PAQ is half of POQ. Can I say like this? Because 2 will shift here, it will be divided by 2. So say if I know the angle on straight line is 180, so it will be 90. So I can say angle on semicircle is 90 degree. Angle on semicircle is 90 degree. Now theorem 10.9, which says 2 angles on the circle subtended by the same arc. PAQ and PBQ are 2 angles on the circle subtended by the arc PQ. Then measure of angle PAQ will be equal to measure of angle PBQ. There is a difference between these two, and this one and this one. Here I am talking about the relation of central angle and angle at any point on the circle. But here both the angles are on the circle. So now next theorem is 10.11 and 10.12. Now children, can you tell me what is theorem 10.11? The statement of 10.11 theorem is, if we are given with a cyclic quadrilateral, so can you tell me what is the meaning of cyclic quadrilateral? Cyclic quadrilateral means a quadrilateral having 4 vertices on the circle. Here is a circle. Here I can see one quadrilateral ABCD. All 4 vertices of this quadrilateral are on the circle. A, B, C, D on the circle. So angle A plus C is 180. This theorem says if you are given with a cyclic quadrilateral, then the sum of opposite angles is 180. Angle A plus C is 180 degree. Angle B plus D is 180 degree. Theorem 1-2 is just converse of theorem 10.11, which says if you are given a quadrilateral ABCD, only a quadrilateral, not cyclic, and the relation is the sum of opposite angles is 180 given, then definitely you can say this quadrilateral is a cyclic quadrilateral because the property satisfied, that is the sum of opposite angles is 180 degree. Then we can say the given quadrilateral is cyclic quadrilateral.